Just look around. We should draw strength from those earlier struggles and from the marchers of today.
It seems as though America is a place where passions are pursued and freedom is of the utmost significance, where democracy allows everyone's voice and vote to be heard and counted. Here, the people have the ability to even fight for what they believe in, even if it means to rise up against authority. And maybe it is because of this trait about Americans that so many stereotypes have been created, resulting in labels outsiders thrust upon us. What makes us American is not just the guarantee of our Bill of Rights, nor is it the diversity that we have within the nation. It is not just the words of the preamble within the Declaration of Independence, but the actions that were taken to ensure and establish everything within that very document.
Ours was the first revolution in the history of mankind that truly reversed the course of government, and with three little words: we, the people. Our Constitution is a document in which we, the people, tell the government what it is allowed to do. We, the people, are free.
Gathering all of this, one comes to the startling conclusion that perhaps being American means to have that rebellious spirit. Here we have a professor from FIU who further goes into depth of how this is.
I'm Dr. Vaishali Patil. I'm Associate Professor of Sociology at Florida International University, where I teach sociology and gender studies. Being American means that you have a place in the society and the ability and the space to be able to do all of those things and exercise your citizenship in a full way. Women's movements, feminist movements today, movements for racial justice and equality like Black Lives Matter, movements around the rights of LGBT people, all of those things are about advancing democracy for people that have been marginalized. And so those are all really great. The movements that I'm talking about that are trying to expand rights for people, I think, are very necessary. I think that they are just like, back in the early part of the 1900s, you had the movements for women's suffrage, you had movements for civil rights. All of those movements, those older movements, were really, really important for expanding the democracy, right? And for making it closer to sort of realizing a real democracy. And I think that the movements today that are about protecting minority rights, about advancing rights for people of color and women and so forth, that's sort of the next step. The founding moment of the United States is the Boston Tea Party, right? Where people jumped into the Boston Harbor because they had a problem with the taxes that the British were putting on tea. And so that's part of kind of where we came from, right? It's a really important origin point for how we understand ourselves and define ourselves. And so I think it's really important to respect that and honor that today. Civil disobedience is one of the most important ways in which society expands, right, and grows and develops. It's really, really necessary. And if you don't have it, then we become stagnant. We begin to go in directions that our values don't support. I mean, it's really important to be able to express what you feel and what you believe, right? In a way that's not harming other people. I think that that's probably really important to the emergence of different kinds of social movements, right? And the space for those movements to emerge in the first place. All of these groups, right, on any side have some kind of a perceived issue, and they've decided that they think they know what the problem is that caused their issue, and they're out there trying to do something about it, right? I think that for me, the line is between, is a movement about expanding people's rights and equality, or is it about taking away people's rights and equality, right? To me, that's the sort of line between movements that are about making our society something better versus movements that are not.
All in all, with the right to rebellion, and with the willpower that comes with it, Americans strive for a better America, a more united America. With the passion and drive to save the society, to construct it on fairness and equality, the American will remain a rebel, breaking the facade he or she has been placed under, and ultimately pull through to be the true definition of what it means to be an American.